Hi, welcome to my kitchen. I am so excited today. I'm gonna show you how to can peaches. We're gonna make peach jam. After I show you how to make the peach jam, I'm gonna show you how to can it, and we'll go step by step using the water bath canning method. I love being able to can peach jam. It's one of those all-time classics, being able to can it and preserve it and enjoy it throughout the entire year. If you're just starting out making jams, this is the place to start. It is so, so simple. You hardly need any ingredients. It's just straight and to the point, and I know you're gonna love it. The recipe that I'm gonna show you today makes 4 half pints of peach jam. We're going to start with 6 cups of cut up peaches. So let's get started. We're gonna get some peaches. We're gonna need 6 cups of peaches. So it's usually about 6 peaches. Okay, give them a good wash. Okay. When you're making peach jam, you really want to make sure that these are freestone peaches. There's clingstone and there's also freestone peaches. A freestone peach basically means that you can very simply take the stone out of the peach, a freestone. Clingstone peaches are really clingy, and so it's harder to get them out. So you can use whatever type of peaches you'd like, but I always recommend a freestone peach. Okay, so I'm just going to cut them into chunks. What people will do around here as well is everyone makes a whole bunch of different types of jam throughout the year. And then around Christmas time, we like to trade jams. It's always really fun to be able to taste all the different jams from all around here. Another thing that you really want to make sure is that if you do have a bruised section of your peaches, or if there's something distressed, you want to just make sure that you cut that part out, because you don't want to can that in your peaches because it will not preserve as well. So now we're gonna add some lemon juice because that's gonna really sustain and help these peaches stay their beautiful color. Okay, so we're gonna use this juicer. I love this thing. I use it all the time. It's a manual juicer. I just feel like there's all these juicers that have all these gadgets and everything, and you can't ever clean it. It takes forever. This is just simple. It's the best. I mean, you can have fresh orange juice just super fast, so I love it. I'm gonna keep this rind because I'm gonna add this to the jam later. So we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and this is a very simple recipe that you can easily double if you would like to make more. So we're gonna put in a 1/4 cup all over your peaches. We're gonna get that nicely mixed in. Now, sometimes if I don't have enough time to start canning right away, but I want to get them into the juice, a lot of times I'll just add in the lemon juice and put it in the fridge for a couple of hours, but you don't have to. It's just a really nice way if you don't have the time right away. So this looks good. Let's get this in a pot. So we're going to do 6 heaping cups of peaches. Heaping is not a technical term, but it's my term. It's heaping, right? This is a heaping. It's heaping. We don't need exact, it's heaping. We got about 6 cups. When you're making jam, the rule of thumb is it's 1-to-1 ratio. So you have 1 part fruit and 1 part sugar. When I'm making berries and strawberries, I'm doing 1 cup of strawberries, I'm definitely gonna be using 1 cup of sugar. With peach jam, because peaches really have a little bit more of a natural pectin already in them, a lot of times I don't use the full amount. So for this recipe, I'm gonna be using 6 cups of peaches, and I'm gonna be using 5 cups of sugar. If you are unsure, it's very simple to just do a 1-to-1 ratio, and just make sure that you're tasting it and you're really liking the flavor. So I'm gonna mix this all together, and I'm gonna turn on the heat to medium-high. So this may seem like a whole lot of sugar, because it is. It's tons and tons of sugar. That's what's gonna help preserve the jam. If you're not wanting to use this much sugar, it's not something that's gonna have a shelf life. I sometimes call it refrigerator jam, so you can make it and then keep it in the fridge. But if you're wanting to have a shelf life, you really wanna make sure that you're putting in a lot of sugar, because that is going to preserve that jam. I have this beautiful copper pot, but you don't need to have a copper pot. You just want to have something that's really heavy duty. I also like to have a flat, wooden spoon. So you can really make sure that you're constantly going on the bottom to make sure that that sugar doesn't burn. So peach jam is a great place to start. Sometimes I will add in a little bit of vanilla, or you can add in a little rosemary. You can really mix it up with flavors if you're wanting to. My family loves to just have the all-time classic peach jam that they can just spread all over their toast in the mornings. It's gonna take a little bit of time to get these peaches cooked down a little bit. So now I'm gonna add the lemon rinds. So the reason I'm adding the lemon rinds is because the lemon rinds have a natural pectin. So I'm just gonna squeeze in these lemon rinds and literally just stick them right in. And now we've gotten to the point where we're gonna skim the jam. We first bring the jam to a boil, and then we're gonna bring it down to a simmer. But you can tell that there's all this foam at the top. We're gonna take out that foam so that the peaches remain that beautiful golden peachy color. This is really the foam. So the heat's still going. Now we're gonna do the fun part. So you just take a potato masher and you start smashing the peaches. And this is when the jam is really gonna start looking like actual peach jam. I'm not smashing the lemons. I'm going around those lemons because those lemons are gonna be taken out later. They are just in there right now. They're gonna help gel the jam. So some people may like to take off the skin from their peaches. I love keeping the skin on because it just brings so much more flavor. It has this beautiful texture. So when you're spreading on that jam, it just really shows that you're eating real homemade peach jam. It also has all of the vitamins in it, and this is like the mother in me, but it's also beautiful, and it has texture, and it's different, and these are just reasons why I love making my own jam. I love being able to share it. I love being able to give it away. Jamming can be social. A lot of times I'm jamming by myself, and I'm loving that, and I'm enjoying that. But also a lot of times I love to get together with my friends or family and jam. It's sometimes nice because there's so many little steps here and there, and everybody can pitch in, and then being able to take them all home. So this is the time that you don't want to leave your pot. You want to be moving it all the time, and you don't want to burn any of the jam. Okay, well, it's starting to thicken. Look at how pretty it is. Oh man, look how pretty. So now is the time that we're gonna start looking at the texture of the jam. You see how it's falling off in sheets? That's when it's starting to be ready to can. So now I'm gonna take out the lemon rinds because they've done their job. I have to say these lemon rinds are delicious as well. Cooling them off and slicing them thinly, putting them on a little ice cream. Yum. Jam is looking ready. Taste it before you're gonna jam it. You wanna make sure that it's sweet enough. Each peach is gonna taste different. Make sure it cools though, because this can be really, really, really hot. It's perfect, so good. It's sweet, but it really has that peachy flavor. It's ready to can. With peach jam, we're gonna be using the water bath canning method. It's really, really fun, and if you wanna check it out in more detail, go to the other chapter on water bath canning, and I really go through it step by step so you can really understand it. Okay, we're gonna fill this up with water, fill up all the jars. You wanna make sure that the water is 2 inches higher than the jars, okay? It's a gym in the kitchen. We're gonna put this on high, and we're just gonna bring that to a boil. The jam is warm, the jars are warm. We wanna make sure that we move quickly so that when we put the jar right back into the canning pot, that it stays warm so it doesn't break. I'm gonna take out this warm jar, put that funnel on, scoop that jam. Oh my gosh, it looks so yum. Okay. We're gonna leave a 1/4 of an inch headspace. That is the space between the jam and the top of the lid. You can go around with a wooden spoon or a wooden stick. You wanna get out all of the air bubbles. Now that I've made sure that there's no bubbles, I wanna clean the rim because that is going to ensure that the seal is clean and tight. Okay, I'm gonna grab a band, okay? We're gonna place it back in It's really important when making jam that you are using a water bath canner. The water bath canner is just the amount of heat that it needs to seal perfectly. Okay? So we filled up all those jars with this beautiful, delicious peach jam, and now we're going to bring it to a boil, and once it starts boiling, then we'll start the timer. We're going to bring it up to high heat. Hi, Gertie girl. You gonna wait with me? You gonna wait with me? Oh, here comes Tommy. Tommy. For some reason, my voice changes whenever I'm talking to animals. My voice changes. Yes, it does. There they go. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes. I'm gonna turn off the heat. Open this pot away from me so the steam does come out, and here comes these beautiful jams. Super hot. Beautiful. So you want to make sure that you're putting your jam in a place that they can sit and seal for 24 hours. There it is. There's the pop. The pop. There's another pop. The pop means that it's sealed, that it's safe. There's something that's just like so fulfilling about the pop. You want to make sure that it just sits here so it can cool really slowly and on its own. So now these have been sitting for 24 hours. You can tell that they have all sealed because the mound is gone and they've all popped. So there it is. We have learned how to make this delicious peach jam. These are gonna be good for 6 to 12 months. I really hope that you try this at home. You're gonna wanna do it all the time. Once you start jamming, you just can't stop. So enjoy.